Hi all, welcome back to Bam Glam DIY. So today I'll be showing you how to make a dishwashing liquid. And we won't be making this with Texapon gel. So this video, I'll be showing you how to make a multi-purpose liquid soap or a dishwashing liquid soap without making use of Texapon gel. The price of Texapon gel have actually skyrocketed in the market, moving from about 3,500 naira per kg to almost 8,500 naira per kg. Before, a drum of Texapon gel, which comes in 170 kg, was around 500,000 naira. And right now is almost a million naira. So the price has actually doubled. Now, the price of these raw materials is actually affecting those who are into production, making their product, that is their product, to the prices of their product to actually increase. And this is affecting the people who are buying their product from them. So if they were selling cheaper before, now they are selling more expensive than usual. So I formulated this recipe to help you to produce a liquid soap without making use of Texapon gel in it, and you still maintain the characteristics of a very good soap, which is it needs to be very foamy, it needs to cut through grease, it needs to be clear, glassy looking, sparkling, beautiful, transparent, and also very viscous. All these characteristics you actually achieve from making this recipe. If you try out this recipe, please also try to notify us in the comment section so that other people will be encouraged on doing so. If you want to join my liquid soap group, please contact me with the number on the screen. So the idea for this 5 liters of liquid soap is to use the quantity of SLS, since SLS and Texapon gel actually falls in the same family of surfactant. So we'll be increasing the quantity of SLS to use it and replace the quantity of Texapon gel. And then to offer our thickness to the recipe, we'll be using Natrosol. So we'll be using 25 grams of Natrosol for this 5 liters. Sometimes people used to ask me, what quantity of Natrosol do I need to make soap? You need at least 25 grams of Texapon, of Natrosol, sorry, to make 5 liters of liquid detergent, whether laundry or soap. You need at least 25 grams. So bear that in mind. So I'll be using about a liter of water to dissolve my SLS, and I'll set it aside. This 250 gram I'm using, you can actually shoot it up to 300 grams. Bear in mind that we are using this SLS in this big quantity because we are using it to also replace Texapon gel in the recipe. So that is the idea. And then we'll regain back our thickness with Natrosol, and then we'll also incorporate other foaming agents. You can also incorporate in foaming booster if you wish. But the two main foaming agents I'll be using for this recipe is sulfonic acid, which will help to clean oils, cut through grease, improve my foaming and my lather and my salt, and then SLS. So the foaming agent is actually balanced and the quantity is balanced for these 5 liters we are making. So right now inside this measuring jug, what I have is 1 liter of water. And this 1 liter of water, I will use it to dissolve my thickeners. I will be dissolving soda ash, sodium sulfate, and salt inside this 1 liter of water in the jug. So on the table now, what you are seeing is complete 5 liters of water. I use 1 liter to dissolve SLS rice. I use another 1 liter to dissolve soda ash and sulfate, and then using 3 liters of water to make the soap itself. So inside this pink bowl is the 3 liters of water. Inside it, I added the 25 grams of Natrosol. I will stay and mix very well and make sure it is well mixed. After making your soap, you complain, Bam Glam, why is my soap having lumps? Why is my soap having lumps? Why am I seeing settlement under my soap? It starts from this first stage, mixing your Natrosol very well. If you don't mix your Natrosol very well, it will settle. And make sure that the things you are using, the utensils you are using to mix your water and your Natrosol is as clean as possible. If not, it will cuddle up. You can see I'm using plastics. And immediately after dissolving your Natrosol very well, turn it for at least 5 minutes and make sure it is well hydrated. It needs to hydrate very well so that it can thicken your soap, so that your soap will be clear. You can now go in with your sulfonic acid. For sulfonic acid, I'm also using 150 mils of sulfonic acid for this procedure. After mixing it, you need to use small water and dissolve this your methyl paraben. But in this video, I added the methyl paraben into my SLS. If you add in your methyl paraben into your XLS, it will congeal a bit. It may be difficult for you to mix. So that is why I'm advising you now. Use extra water like 100 ml or 200 ml of water to dissolve your methyl paraben aside. Methyl paraben is a preservative. So what I added now is I added SLS that I dissolved in 1 liter of water into this mixture. Remember, we started with 3 liters of water first. And inside that 3 liters of water, what we added there was Natrosol and sulfonic acid. Now, what I added now is the 1 liter of water I use in dissolving my SLS rice. I'm breaking down this video very well so that you can understand it perfectly. Add it in and stir. Now we've combined our thickener, we've combined our foaming agent with two surfactants, which is sulfonic acid and SLS. I hope you understand why we are using all this, and I hope you've understood at least to this point of the video. This is the color we'll be using. I just dissolved it and set it aside. You can add it now, you can add it later, any when you want to add it, no problem. And please, because I use green, you can also add any other color of green. Also note in mind that I sell colors. If you want to buy colors for your bar soap and your liquid soap, you can purchase from us. We have different color ranges and all of them falls with different prices. So after adding my color, you can see how the soap looks like now. Is it not foaming? Just stirring it a little bit and there is foam everywhere. So what I want to do now, before I add in my thickener, I want to reduce the quantity. So I'll use a bowl by my side to reduce it a bit. Then add in my soda ash and then pour it back what I scooped out. Because if I pour in this 1 liter of water that contains soda ash and sulfate into this mixture, it will actually overflow or it may spill. So I will cut down the quantity inside this bowl before I can proceed. If you are doing your own, please use a bigger container. Don't go and use small container like mine. I thought that the whole 5 liters would have entered here perfectly. So what I did there was to reduce the quantity, set it aside. Now I have space in case it wants to spill out again. Now going with the other 1 liter. This 1 liter of water contains soda ash, sulfate, and then a little bit of salt. The salt quantity is 30 grams or 35 grams. It's just a little quantity of salt. It's just 1.5 tablespoon of salt. That's what you need. If you are measuring by scale, it should not exceed around 30 to 35 grams of salt by weight. But if you are using spoon, it's about 1.5 tablespoon of salt. Add it in now. These are the things that will build your viscosity, your thickness, and balance your formula. Remember before the formula, we use sulfonic acid, so there is no way you will check the pH and it won't be acidic. So the soda ash will be playing a vital role because it's a very mild base, a very mild alkaline substance. So the soda ash will help to activate the sulfonic acid so that the soap will foam well. And not only that, it will also help to balance the pH. The pH of this soap is balanced at 7, pH 7, without even adding any other component. Just make use of this quantity and you will have a very beautiful pH 7 or 7.5 thereabout. That is what you will get. Now you allow the soap to settle, and by the next day you'll be having a soap that is as beautiful as what you are seeing here. This video is not even doing justice to the outcome of this soap. This soap is magnificent. This soap is beautiful. The texture, the clarity, God, this soap is beautiful. So before you ask me in the comment section, can I add EDTA for you to stabilize? Yes, you can. If you want to add the EDTA into this recipe, you need up to about 20 grams in it. The preservative I use is called methyl paraben. It is beautiful. It is best if you are making this procedure, you can use methyl paraben. It's very cheap, it is very affordable. A kg of methyl paraben is no more than 10,000 naira in the market. You can buy it and keep if you are into soap production and you can be using it to make your soap. And look at the texture and viscosity of this soap. The texture is giving. The viscosity is awesome. Everything about the soap is giving. This soap is 100/100. Is a 10/10. So I will show you how it ladders by the end of this video so that you can also follow me and experience the soap. But before showing you how the ladder test will be, do you think this soap will ladder? Yes, it will ladder. That the fact I didn't use Texapon gel in this soap does not mean that it won't ladder. It is not everybody that can access Texapon gel in their country. That doesn't mean that they don't make soap. So the different countries, different surfactant that they have available. So some people work with the ones they have. You may go to somewhere like let's another country now and tell them, please, I want to learn how you make liquid soap. The foaming agent they use there, you may not be able to find it in your own country, in Africa or any other country. That doesn't mean that you can't make soap. There are different types of foaming agents and surfactants out there. We should open our mind to learning, open our mind to learn new things every day so that in case this one is out of stock or in case this one is not being produced again, doesn't mean that you won't make soap again. You have to just adapt, find another solution to it. There are different chemicals out there, and then continue making what you are making. The quantities of the surfactant, the foaming agents are added in this recipe. Yes, you can actually alter it, you can increase them if you wish. But after making this production, you'll be arriving at 6 liters in total due to the liquid, the other components that we added, and the water we even used to dissolve methylparaben and dissolve our color. Now look at how the outcome looks like. Is this not beautiful? Would you be giving this recipe a try? Please try and give it a try because you will love it. This is better than what most of us is even producing. That is very cloudy. Now look at the ladder test. I just used the bowel, added some water into it, and then I'll actually check to see if it will ladder. So I took a plate, added palm oil, red palm oil in it, to see if this soap will be able to cut through this grease, remove this oil stain in this plate, and still maintain my suds in the water. Because sometimes some people will say, hey, my soap is foam, but immediately after I use it to wash one or two, it will go flat. All my suds will disappear. So let's see if our suds will remain after using it to wash this plate. Now let me show you how it looks like pouring it out from the jar. Can you see how thick it is and viscous it is? Wouldn't you love to make this kind of soap and sell? Wouldn't you like to improve the quality of soap you are making? If you are still opportune to buy Texapon gel, yes, you can still buy and add. If you can, this recipe can still take in Texapon gel. About 150 grams of Texapon gel, yes, you can add it. But without making use of it, we still produce a very good soap. I hope you give it a try. Thank you.